Hi, welcome to Blindside Movie Reviews on Gardner Webb University Radio, WGWG.org, hanging out with Jay Forey, talking about movies. Jay is the original blind movie critic, and we do this each week right here on Blindside Movie Reviews. Hey, buddy.
Hey, no, how you doing today?
Good, man. I'm doing great. Huge weekend at the box office. The women ruled last weekend with Wonder Woman doing quite well domestically and internationally, making tons of money. Great to see her on the big screen, and a great, fun story. Really enjoyed it. One of those films that brought, not many superhero films bring in a larger female audience than a male audience, but there were 52% females that came out to see Wonder Woman, which is really huge from a superhero standpoint. And so good job for DC. And really enjoyed the film. Today we're talking about another woman on the big screen, but a different kind of woman wrapped up in ace bandages. We're going to talk about The Mummy back on the big screen again, Jay.
It's not called The Mummy? Oh, I misunderstood. I was thinking I must have the wrong movie here.
That's awesome. Well, we've seen The Mummy on screen, Jay, since 1932. Was when we first saw Boris Karloff put the ace bandages around his head, and then that was 32. The Universal horror films that people are familiar with, and throughout the years there have been so many different installments of The Mummy, and the most recent that had success was almost 20 years ago. Brendan Fraser came in 1999 for a whole series of Mummy films, and even had spin-offs with the Scorpion King. But now Tom Cruise is in a role in starring in The Mummy.
Right, and before I even tell about this, the neat thing about this, this is the first in a series, Universal starting a dark monster series, if you want to call it, and The Mummy is the very first one in this series. And we'll talk about that in a minute, and then I'll tell you why. But in this film, we have Tom Cruise, just plays a regular guy. He's in the army, and it actually begins where they always got to give the obligatory telling on how this princess 5,000 years ago, how she was killed, and we have that in every Mummy thing, So
Right.
So now jump ahead 5,000 years. We have Tom Cruise in Mosul, right outside Mosul in Iraq. And he's looking for he's in the army, but he's looking for this tomb that he stole a map from some archaeologist. So he finds the mummy, takes her in a plane along with this other archaeologist who they bump into each other. And on the way back to London, the plane crashes. Well, this all has to do with the mummy has some kind of mind powers on people. Everybody, a lot of people die, but when they crash land. Now this mummy gets loose, as you can guess, and whenever she, we won't say bites, but gets in contact with, she sucks the lifeblood out of them and turns them into zombies. This sounds like a kind of weird movie, but it's actually not too bad. And really, that actually tells the whole story right there. Yeah, and that's a mummy story, right, Noel?
It is, and it actually, when you're talking about getting close to somebody and sucking the soul out of them, I dated a girl one time that every time she got close to me, I just felt like my soul was being sucked away. So I can relate, man. I can relate.
No, that was a hickey that she was trying to give you. She wasn't sucking the soul. Anyway, this is the neat thing about this movie. The neatest thing about it, and I mentioned that it's the beginning of a dark Universal series. This actually has Russell Crowe in it, too.
Yep.
And Russell Crowe, he has a name here. His name he's a doctor, Dr. Jekyll.
Oh, very cool.
Yep.
Very cool.
It's leading into the next one, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Very cool.
And then we also have a Dr. Frankenstein film coming up. All these series run together. And I'm not going to go anything else into this, but there's another one you can see possibly another monster film possibly coming from this. And at the end, you'll see what I'm talking about, so I don't want to ruin anything.
Very cool.
It's a fun movie, entertaining, has some humor, dialogue's good. It's nothing new, nothing groundbreaking, but that don't mean it's fun to watch. Tons of action, and it's violent, but PG-13, so it's not too bad. No blood flying all over the place.
Okay, what rating are you giving this?
I'm going to give it a B- rating. Nothing great, like I said, nothing groundbreaking. It's fun to see, good popcorn film. Check it out.
Okay, very cool. Yeah, there have been quite a few of those already this summer. So The Mummy opening in theaters this weekend. And if you want to go back and look at some must-see Mummy films, Jay, I'm going to recommend a couple for you. You may or may not remember this one from 1964. The Wrestling Women versus the Aztec Mummy. That's the one you may want to check out.
Oh, my word.
And then if you really want to...
Wait a second. Now, you're recommending that one, right?
Yeah. Some movies you just have to see for the pure camp of it.
Okay.
And then the other one, you got to watch Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy in 1955. So... yeah, check those out just for the
I'm
pure
recommending that one. I remember it and I liked it. So
absolutely. So check those out for the pure fun factor of it. Jay's website, blindsidereviews.com. And Jay, let's get that rating system. You gave this a B-, The Mummy.
A, it's so good blind people like it. B, I'm glad I could hear it. C, I had one eye open. D, I'm glad I couldn't see it. And F, blindness is a blessing. And if you are a monster type person like you, see this film. You're going to want to probably get into this series that, this franchise it's going to be starting up. And you're not going to miss the first one because I think they're all going to tie together at some point.
Good deal. And Jay, next weekend in wide release, there are 4 films in wide release, including the female comedy Rough Night, Cars 3, All Eyes on Me, and then 47 Meters Down, which is this summer's take on Jaws. Starring Matthew Modine and Mandy Moore. Those are all being released next weekend. This weekend, of course, in theaters, The Mummy, and also It Comes at Night is being released, another horror film starring Christopher Abbott and Joel Edgerton. Jay, any final thoughts or comments about The Mummy or any of these other films coming up?
No, I'm just it's a fun film. Like I said, if you're going to get in the series, check out Monster. Like I said, I think people will enjoy this film. Okay,
till next time, I'm Noel Manning. That's Jay Forey. You can check out his website on blindsidereviews.com. Also follow Jay through all sorts of ways. You can find him on Facebook and come to our website, WGWG.org, and we'll connect you to archive recordings of Blindside Movie Reviews. Till next time, I'm Noel Manning. That's Jay Forey for WGWG Blindside Movie Reviews. That is a wrap.